नमस्कार, मराठी ट्राव्हलॉग मध्ये तुमचं सर्वांचं खूप स्वागत आहे. आजचा जो व्हिडिओ आहे त्यात मी सी लायनचा शो अपलोड करते. आम्ही इथे सफारी पार्कला व्हिजिट केलेली आणि तिथे सफारी पार्क बरोबरच थीम पार्क आहे. त्या थीम पार्क मध्ये सी लायनचे शो दाखवले जातात आणि विशेष करून लहान मुलांना हे शो खूप आवडतात. तर मी जितका व्हिडिओ शूट केलाय तितका मी आजच्या या एपिसोड मध्ये अपलोड करते.
He's real chill and he does really like coming out and showing off because he gets all the attention that he deeply craves. So everyone, this is Callum and he's really super friendly. If you give him a wave, he's going to say hi to all of you. There you go, Callum, say hi to them all. Hello! And I'm not kidding. You just carry target sticks about with you. There's one over there. Do you want me to take it? Have you got enough target sticks in the world? Amy's got a bit of a habit in shows where she carries around target sticks, which means by the third sea lion, she's just got handfuls of target sticks. But well done you. Now Callum, you are going to help us out, hopefully, but the audience is quite tired. They've been through a lot of Christmas, they're building their bodies up for New Year, so we are going to get them pumped up a little bit. We're going to get them clapping, cheering. You can show them how it's done if you want. There you go. Now all of this training we do with our sea lions is really important. Although Callum loves doing shows, we don't train him so he can perform. We love having you all, but he was trained on Christmas Day when all of you were tucking into your Christmas dinner. And that's because we want to make sure he's mentally stimulated and he's fit and healthy. So every day, our sea lions play lots and lots of different games. Now one of our favourites gets all of you involved, and it'll make Callum happy if you do get involved. And it is a ring catch game. Now it works out his mind and those whiskers on his face. In theory, he should feel the rings fly through the air and catch all 5. But there is a slight problem with this game, Amy. You and I are both northern, so we can't actually count as high as 5. So this is where you guys come in. You're going to count the rings for us. Stay in your seats. I know it's exciting. Calm down. I think they're calm. So, we're going to give you a clue. The first ring we are going to throw is number 1. Now, Amy was born and raised in Newcastle, so as you can imagine, she's got a big pair of lungs on her. All you've got to do is be louder than her, because she can actually count all the way to 3. So, are you ready to count along with ring number 1? Did you win? I think you did. I think they're all just a bit stunned. Go on, you can be louder than that. You've still got some energy left in you. With ring number 2. Now, Amy, some sea lion trainer on this stage, you, had this really good idea about a year ago that we were going to train our sea lion 5 rings into the water. What we want Callum to do is sit there and do nothing. Then anything that goes in our pool, our sea lions are trained to pick up and bring back to us. So training that alone was a year of Amy's life. So we're going to give him a cheer for sitting doing nothing. Obviously the rings still need to come back. We don't want to go in there. We know how often they go to the bathroom. So we're going to try and get Callum to bring them all back. Currently he's trying to fit all 5 in his mouth. Now I admire his optimism that his mouth is that big. But it would be easier if he just wore them as a necklace. He might have them all. Give him a cheer! Now I'm going to ask you all, by show of hands, who thinks it was worth all the stress we've been through? About 25%, maybe. It was so worth it. Oh, it's been a tough year. Now Callum does have a favourite game, and it is football. But over the last few months, football's been a little bit tricky for him, because he bit a hole in his football, and it's been sinking every time he plays it. So for Christmas, Callum got a basketball, because we thought that might be a little bit more hardy. We'll find out. Now he's only played with this basketball once before, so we're going to see if he enjoys it by going in again. Because sometimes they'll play with it the first time, then they realise they don't like it very much. The problem we are going to have, Amy, is Callum really likes to hit the ball over the glass. If a basketball goes over, some audience members might actually lose teeth. But this is a really good game because it gets Callum working out, gets him moving around just that little bit more. And it's something he really just enjoys. And you can give him a cheer with some fine football skills. Now up in obviously it's really important that we keep our sea lions healthy, but the most important reason why we train them is because we have to actually do health checks on them. Now it'd be really rubbish for Callum if every time he has to go to the dentist, we had to sedate him. That'd be kind of rubbish. It'd be very sad, he'd be very sad. He wouldn't like it very much. He's just showing me his bum, that's all that's going on. So with our training, it means we are asking our sea lions for all of their health checks. If you guys go to the dentist, the first thing the dentist is going to do is go say ah. Now we do this with our sea lions, just like that. Now this is part of Callum's normal day. We can have a good look inside of his mouth, and he doesn't mind. Amy has mixed feelings when he burps on her, but other than that, it's quite a nice way to look inside. We can also look all over his body. Callum just thinks he's getting a nice massage, a nice tickle, but we're looking for things like cuts or scratches. Now we have got 3 male sea lions that live here with us. If any of you have got more than one child, you'll know they cause lots and lots of drama, and our sea lions will play fight and get cuts and scratches from time to time. But typically it's nothing we worry about, but this is a really good way to check up on that. And Callum, you did good with your health checks. You did good. Very well done you. Now the thing with Callum, he is our largest sea lion. Currently, he's weighing in at about 30 stone. Show everyone just how good looking you are. Woo! That's a fine looking animal. So what we do have to do with Callum is lots of exercise to keep him as fit as possible. So we can get him down, and it's a little bit like a gym class. We do some star jumps. There you go. You're a very good instructor, Amy. There he goes. And this is a good way to work out all of the muscles in his chest. And he's got something called a rotating hip. So all of his flippers can tuck under his body, as you can see. And it's a good way to work out those bum muscles, just like that. You guys didn't hear that, but Bounty just deflated behind the door. Either that or it was a really big burp. One of the two. But that doesn't quite work out an animal as big as Callum as much as we'd like. So we're going to try for some slightly bigger jumps. You might have noticed, Amy, above the water, there's a pink ball and a blue ball. Now Callum, are you feeling particularly energetic? Do you think you could hit them both? What's he saying? No, he's not feeling energetic. He's eating too much turkey. That's what it is. So we're going to help lean over the water, get a good look at the bottom. So good luck, Amy, good luck, Callum, here it goes. Did anyone all kinds of songs. Give him a cheer, well done. It was like a beautiful Christmas carol, wasn't it? Training really is that simple. You can try this at home with your friends, your family. I do not recommend using fish as a reward. It works very well with the sea lions, but they also like lots and lots of different things. Quite a lot of our sea lions are big attention seekers, so they quite like when we're really excited, when you guys are excited, and they all have their favourite toys, their favourite treats, their favourite people. Our oldest sea lion, Callum, really likes it when Amy is here, because she is his favourite person in the whole wide world, which means when I'm here, he has literally no interest. He was just following a target around all the time. He wouldn't really have to be thinking all that much. So eventually the target is taken away and everything he knows ends up on something called a cue. So there's lots of middle stages where we'll be adding in the cue whilst also using the target so that Bounty learns to associate the two. You can give him a cheer, there are some nice press-ups. Alright, just because none of you are doing press-ups right now because New Year's a few days away. Now the cues are our way of speaking to the sea lions. It's a bit like sign language, so you will notice throughout the show, Amy doing lots of different things with her hands and Bounty, in theory, responding to them. Now it does mean that Bounty's attention is on us and not a funny looking stick. It also means that we can ask the sea lions for something, and if they do it a little bit wrong, that's absolutely fine. We just don't reward that particular behaviour. We just ask for something else, and he'll hit himself in the face. Now Bounty is currently learning how to salute, but the problem we've had training this is Bounty is one of the longest, lankiest sea lions any of us have ever met. Yes, you are. So when we're trying to get him to salute, his flipper's too big, and he just whacks himself in the nose every single time. Give him a cheer, he tries, well done! Now we train lots of different ways. One way we quite like to use is capturing. So basically, we wait until our sea lions do something that comes natural to them, and we give them treats for doing so. Now one thing you're going to notice with Bounty is he is very, very bouncy. But the one thing we've struggled to train over the years is getting him to nod. Now their nodding motion is actually just the motion they make when they swallow fish, but getting it onto a cue has been tricky. So we've been waiting sea lions to make noise. Obviously there's no on-off. Bounty's going to start off by helping us out a little bit today by answering. He's like, yeah. By answering some questions we get asked all the time about our sea lions. Now we're going to try and talk about how we actually train them. Now Bounty doesn't speak any English despite our best efforts. No you don't, none at all. So use a training method with him called positive reinforcement. Basically means every time he does good, he is given treats. And what we're going to try and do is see if Bounty will go off and have a rest. But you worked very, very hard helping us out, Bounty. Give him a big cheer to say well done. Thank you for joining in. Bounty is one of 3 sea lions that we have living here with us at the safari park. He is the youngest at 10 years old. He was born in Belfast Zoo over in Ireland, for anyone who wasn't too sure. But he's been living here with us since just before his